This is really unexpected. There's no way you could have seen this coming, but the actual need to speed up and actually need to change things quite rapidly is all brought on by the fact that they don't want to communicate, that they don't want to take action. So because of their inaction, because of their choice to not communicate, to not do anything because of avoidance, you are being forced to take action. This is actually going to bring about a whole new beginning for yourself, a whole new start for yourself. And I do feel like it's going to be quite profitable, but this needs to happen in order to kind of change your course at the moment. Because if you'd have carried on with this person, they would have just been wasting your time, your energy, and generally your space. So we are starting off here today with a collective energy. So we've got this one which is over the top, which is a death card. Whenever they come out like this, is like what is hidden. A new start is hiding the fact that you're going to have a better financial future, a better future, a more abundant future. But you're definitely needing this whole new start. And I feel like you didn't really see it coming. Like, I don't feel like you had any plans to change things up or anything like that. You expected things to work out with this person, but instead, they were just kind of wasting your time because they weren't willing to take a leap of faith in. With the Knight of Pentacles here, I do feel like there is going to be somebody more mature that's going to come in with an offer for you. And this person really kind of sees what you bring to the table. They kind of see you as somebody that they are very proud of, that they see as somebody that really kind of is not getting the recognition that they deserve. There will be need some communication with a lot of other people. So with this, I do feel like you're going to have to be careful about how do you balance. And I know this one's come out of another deck that just sneaked in. So this is almost like sneaky communication as well. So this is like sneaky communication coming in of people starting to communicate with you when they shouldn't necessarily communicate, because that one's just poked in, sneaked in from another deck. But I feel like actually that's because they don't want to miss out on this opportunity. They wouldn't normally push their way in and communicate with people because it was kind of seen a little bit like rude, like poaching somebody's employees or poaching somebody that works for somebody else. But they are pushing through this because they know it's going to be the best for them. And I feel like it's going to be the best for you as well. Because this person knows the value of opportunity. So this person knows like what this other person is missing. They can see the bigger picture. So they are really trying to offer you a new start here. I do feel like there's a little bit of reluctance here to take it. And this is more to do with the fact that you are scared about letting this other person down who has been ignoring the connection. But realistically, it was their choice not to communicate. It was their choice to walk away. You need to start putting yourself first a little bit more. We got the King of Swords here though. They are going to be quite demanding as you start to pull away. So as you start to get this new offer coming in, this other person, the original person, is going to go, oh my god, I'm missing out on this. I don't want to lose you. And they're going to be demanding more and more of your time. And I feel like the kind of interesting lesson from this is when to say no and say no. I offered you my time, I offered you my energy, and now that I'm moving on for me, for the best, what is best for me, you're choosing to try and take control here. You're choosing to connect here. I do feel like, don't be worried though, because they're going to connect with somebody else eventually that is going to get them into a better position. So don't feel like their life is going to be bad because of you. Because I almost feel like there's this kind of feeling of fear and guilt here of going, well, if I don't help them, nobody else will. And they'll have a bad life, or things just won't progress. And that's simply not true. They will have other opportunities, but they need to learn this lesson from you, that they can't just kind of ignore people, put things off and expect everybody to wait. So we're going to move on to your individual star signs now, but please take a moment and give the video a like, and let me know down below what kind of things would you try and achieve if you really wanted to push yourself right now. So Aries, what do you need to know today which are unexpected? So I do feel like this is unexpected reconnections coming in for you. This person really kind of misses a connection with you. I feel like more than anything, they're quite regretful, quite fearful. Like, if I don't reconnect with you now, I'm going to miss out on this opportunity. If I don't reconnect with you now, I'm going to miss out a chance to be around you and be connected to you. So this person really wants to turn a page. They want to look towards a future with you. I would say that they have changed, so it's okay to let them in, but obviously put up healthy boundaries, you know, don't let it scrub your life because they suddenly realise they need to mature and they suddenly need to reconnect again. But they definitely want to, they are being honest about that, and I definitely feel like they have done the hard work. Taurus. So what I'm expecting for you right now is your emotions. I feel like you're kind of getting in touch with your emotions more right now. They are being a little bit overwhelming, and I feel like it's more that you tried to kind of shut them off for a while or shut them down for a while, and now you're like, I kind of got to deal with this. So you're having to kind of deal with the fact that you're having to process emotions again. You're having to process your emotions more. And when we bottle up our emotions quite a long time, when we suddenly release that and start to connect with them again, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So that's really what you're experiencing today, that kind of sudden rush of going, oh my God, I suddenly need to connect with them again. Geminis. The fact that other people are starting to focus on you again, and I feel like particularly either love life or romantic partner or close connection, so family or friends, very close family or friends, they are starting to focus on you again. They're starting to focus on your needs. And I feel like this is because they've had somebody else tell them that they're acting a little bit selfish, they're not really thinking of other people, and they don't really kind of want to mess up the connection with you. So they're trying to make amends, they're trying to focus on what you need more, so that they don't miss out on this good connection here. So this is like them being repentant a bit, but wanting a better connection with you. Cancers. So you are feeling stuck right now, and I feel like you're going to be stuck for a little bit while longer. What is surprising is the fact that things aren't progressing forward as quickly as you'd hoped. You're going to have to work through this one by one, step by step. Try and focus on small goals so you don't get overwhelmed with the fact that the bigger goals just aren't moving forward in the speed they should be, or the speed that you kind of expected them to. Next up is Leos. So with the reverse of the Two of Swords here, you're actually kind of being a little bit more like awakened right now. You're kind of going, oh my God, like I'm starting to realize what other people are doing, what I need to be doing. It's like you're seeing things more clearly for the first time in ages. I do feel like that's because it's a bit of a payoff from your own hard work you've been doing on yourself. So because you've been focused more on taking care of yourself, making sure you're okay, etc., it's giving you more space, like more emotional space, to be able to actually see things more clearly. And now you're actually able to kind of focus on what the next actions are in a much more clear and concise way. So we're going to move on to Virgo now. Virgo, with the reversal of High Priestess, you're definitely not trusting your intuition here. There is a lot of imbalance in your life right now. You're having to jump from one thing to the next. And that's causing so much doubt, so much fear in you right now. So understand you need to take a step back, start trusting your own intuition more, start trusting yourself and get that balance back. Because things are just too chaotic and you're going to end up making mistakes if you carry on making choices or focusing on choices. And it's going to kind of compress your throat chakra as well. So Libras. A lot of insecurity here around finances. I would say don't worry about this too much because a debt is going to be paid up or paid back to you in the next few weeks. So that's going to relieve a lot of pressure here. But just don't stress about it because that is not going to do you any good. It's not going to clear things out any faster. Scorpio. Unexpected here is actually a chance to kind of almost like live a little bit more opulently, spending a lot more, having money to kind of spend on things you didn't expect. This is really getting you to a point of going, I can actually kind of focus on what I want for a change, how I want to progress and move forward for a change. So this is giving you a whole new direction, but be careful about you don't just get fixated on the glamorous things, the fun things. Try and keep some of that money back and try and keep more of a level-headed footing for yourself. Sagittarius. Communication coming in. I do feel like this is from somebody who was at a long distance from you, either emotionally or physically. I feel like more than anything, you're surprised that they're actually bothering to contact. They do want to kind of work things towards you, towards more communication, but there was a lot of other things they had to deal with first. So don't take it as they were ignoring you, take it as they were just unfortunately extremely busy. Capricorn. We've got the reverse of the Lovers card here. Having a little bit of an argument and debate with somebody, and I feel like there is definitely an area here of either a big argument or a big disagreement. Feeling a little bit of lack of love for this person. Understand that this is temporary. And don't say anything you're going to regret later. Walk away, calm yourself down, and then you'll realise, you know what, it really isn't that big a deal. I don't need to kind of walk away from this person completely just because of one silly argument. Aquarius. So we have got the Queen of Swords here. So a lack of action here with the Queen of Swords, like somebody is not taking action, somebody is not progressing towards you, that kind of thing. So this is major lack of action. I feel like this is surprising because you thought that this person was very passionate about this, they were going to come through, and it's a bit of a letdown. Understand that sometimes people do have the best intentions, but sometimes their own mental health or their own ability to focus really kind of takes their ability away from them to be able to progress. Alright, I'm going to move on to Pisces. So we've got the Hermit card here. What you're surprised about is the fact that everybody's kind of leaving you a little bit more in your hermit mode, giving you some space, some time today. And I feel like more than anything, you need the space and time coming up. And it's more so you have the energy and the time to focus on what you need to get done for your own mental health and just generally for your own life. This is good though, because it's giving you time to learn. It's giving you time to focus on what is important to you. Alright, I will see you again soon, and please take care.